Let's get into it. Let's start since you were late. It's uncomfortable for you. Hello. Start recording now, emoji. Shut up. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. Emoji. I went to casino stream this morning and I promoted my show, and he said he was gonna send trolls here. So I need all my bouncers to be on alert. See you next Sunday. Hooray. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello. Welcome. Hello. All right, this is Own Your Glow with me, your host, Tantric Lover. Welcome. We are going to get started right now. Let me pull this up. Hello. I'm just waiting for a few more people to come in and we can get started. Don't start recording, emoji. Did you get sleep? Kind of. Kind of. I did. Thank you. Hello. Yes, okay, both my guests are here. Okay, we're gonna get started. Welcome. This is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric. Please kick all the trolls out today, please. Welcome. This is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Happy Sunday to everybody. Today on today's show, it is about women, actually, even though I have a man and a female guest today, male and female guests. It is, yesterday, I believe, was Women's International Day. Hooray, women. Hooray, women. So today's topic is going to be on female health and just the different things that you should be focusing on as a woman. So we're gonna be talking about that. I have two amazing guests today. I'm super excited to have them. I have Cosmo. How do you say your name exactly? It's Cult of Cosmo. I have Cult of Cosmo and I have Mia, the streamer, here today. Happy International Women's Day. Hooray. Yay. Okay, Cosmo. Okay, cool. Cosmo for short. Welcome here. Thank you guys for being here. If this is your first time here, this is a featured show formerly known as Self-Care Sundays. What do we do here? We talk all things high vibrational. We talk health, wellness, skincare, hair care, physical fitness. It goes, the list goes on. Okay, meditation, gardening, anything that basically can lift you up and bring your vibration higher, make you happy, show yourself some love and care. However you show yourself some love and care, we want to know here at Own Your Glow. I want to know how you own your glow, why you own your glow, how you do that, how you get from being in a bad spot to a good spot, because we're all going through things in life. So that's why I started this show. I started this show because me personally, I like to show my love for myself doing my skincare. So it's really important for me to love on myself each and every single week. My goal in life is to age gracefully. I don't want anyone to ever be able to tell my age. So I love to show myself love that way by doing my skincare each and every week with you guys. And that's how I started. I just started coming on here doing my skincare, and then it turned into Self-Care Sundays, which now has been featured into Own Your Glow. I'm so happy, so thankful. Shout out to that. So that's what we do here. Couple rules. There's absolutely no trolling in the stream. So if anyone decides that they want to troll, they will be immediately removed. We don't do that here on this show. It is featured. So there's absolutely no trolling. There's absolutely no cursing to my guests. Please kick out the trolls. Thank you. There's absolutely no cursing for my guests, guys. So let's keep it very cute in the comments as well as in the box. A couple myth busters I like to bust before I start my show. Self-care and owning your glow is both for men and women, right? So I have both men and women on this show. A lot of people assume that this is a female show. No, this is for both men and women. I can't address every single person that comes into this stream. So please, that's not a troll. Please. If you come in here and you say hi to me and I don't say hi to you, don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. I can't greet every single person that comes in here, but welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. If you have any questions, make sure you type them in the comments. You can also send me DMs. I would love to address each and every single one of your questions. Everything that you see me use here on my stream can be found on my Amazon storefront. So make sure you hit me with a favorite. You hit my Instagram with a favorite, and then you can find all things that I use here on my stream on my Amazon storefronts. I will be blasting the #1 gifter of my stream on my Instagram as a thank you so much for all the gifts and the collaborations, and just like, you guys always coming in here and showing me so much love. And last but not least, please do not request the box unless you are a assigned guest for my show. This is like I said, a featured show, so only featured guests can request the box. I'm not allowing just anybody in my box during this time. And we're gonna get into it. Let's start. So like I said, my form of self-care is my skincare. I absolutely love doing my skin and like showing you guys all the different regimens that I do for my skin. We all we all go through different skin type of regimens. So I'm not a doctor, nor am I an esthetician or a dermatologist. So I just basically talk about things that I like to do that help my skin. And if you are interested, or if you have any questions, I would love to help you through it, but I'm not a doctor. So if you have any actual skin issues or anything like that, make sure you always advise your doctor first. I'm not a doctor, so these are just things and tips, tricks, and hacks that have helped me along the way that I like to share with you guys. So with that being said, we're going to get into it. As you guys already know, I wash my face. My face is clean right now. I wash my face with my daily cleanser. I have been normally I go back and forth between different cleansers, but because I'm in a new climate and I have a lot of stress going on in my life right now outside of the app, I have decided that I want to stick to one facial cleanser, because I don't want to, sometimes when you mix facial cleansers, it can add unnecessary stress to your face. But it's very dry climate where I'm at right now, so it's not a lot of humidity. So I've been sticking with one facial cleanser just so I can make sure that I don't have any unnecessary breakouts, on top of which it was that time of month. Hooray for being a woman. So I've had a lot of unnecessary stress in my face. And as you can see, I've had a little bit of breakout. So right now I'm using my Reshma daily face wash. It is with turmeric and curcumin. I love this facial wash. It's so amazing. How do I wash my face? I wash my face with my ceramic facial scrubber. This thing is freaking fantastic. I love it. It's soft. It's it's rubber, so it's not as aggressive as maybe some of those facial scrub washers that people use with the bristles. Those bristles are way too aggressive on my face, so I like to use something much calmer, much softer. So that's been working for me amazingly. I'm going to do a deep pore cleanser now. I always go in with a daily face wash, but I always tell people that it's not enough to just go with one face wash. You should do a daily face wash, which is a softer face wash. Then you go in with a deep pore cleanser. My deep pore cleanser today is going to be by Natural Wonders. It's an activated charcoal detox and glow clarifying deep pore cleanser. I love this. It's so good. It's made by a Black company, I believe, and it's also really soft and gentle on the skin, but it really gets in there and kind of gets all that tough dirt that the facial cleanser doesn't get. So I love this. I remove this with my ultrasonic sound scrubber. This tool is so amazing. If you guys don't have this tool, you are not doing your face justice. This tool is for both men and women. It really gets in there, and it really gets in there. Let me turn it on for you guys really quick. It gets in there and it just removes all of that just dead skin, all that grime, dead skin, blackheads. This will remove your blackheads, whiteheads, all of those heads that come on your face. Pause. But yes, it is such an amazing tool, and I love using it. It's changed all of the heads. It's changed my facial wash game. It's changed my regimen up. I love it. It's amazing. Definitely get it. You can find, like I said, you can find this on my Amazon storefront. After that, we are going to go in with my face mask that I found at Lush when I went to the Lush store the other day. It's called Aisha. It's a fresh face mask. I have to finish this up really quickly because it does have an expiration date. It has asparagus, kiwi, and earth in it. It is to help the appearance of your skin be firmer, brighter, and it works like a spell. I didn't say it, they did. I used it once already. It worked amazingly, so I'm excited to use it again. So that's the face mask we're going to be doing. And then you guys know how much I love my Instagram, TikTok the TikTok and Instagram is amazing whenever you need anything in regards to, hi, Big Shoe in the building. Whenever you need anything in regards to whatever you're looking for. So our phones listen to us, guys. So my phone listens to me and it's always showing me new holistic homemade face mask regimens. So apparently everybody, the craze right now is glass skin. Baby, I want glass skin too, okay? So I actually found a homemade mask that's supposed to work amazingly. It's like a finisher. So we're going to try that out and we're going to see how it works. It is very, very, very simple. I've never done this before. Typically, I try my face masks before my stream, but I haven't. So this is apparently just baking soda. And on the video, she used argan oil. I don't have any argan oil, but I do have avocado oil, which is just as good. So I'm going to be mixing it with avocado oil. The two mixed together is supposed to give you a glass skin finish. So we're going to see if that works. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. And yeah, so that's basically my regimen today. I'm going to finish with some serums and oils. I'm not doing a hydration mask today because I don't want to. But honestly, like I'm just trying to kind of like scale down my skincare regimen because I used to do a lot of things to my skin. I don't want to do it anymore. So we are going to relax on that. And like I said, we're going to bring my beautiful guests in. Today's topic is on women's health. It kind of in congruence to it being International Women's Day yesterday. I'm so happy to be a woman. Being a woman, especially in this era, is very hard. And so I think it's really important to remind ourselves what's really important to our health as women. I wanted to touch on a couple things that I think a lot of people don't really do. One is the biggest disease for women is actually heart disease. So it's very, very important that you make sure you take very good care of your cardio health, like cardiac arrest, things like that. Like heart disease is very big in women. People don't realize that. They think that it's typically like cancer, like breast cancer or something like that. No, it's actually heart disease. So make sure that you are doing things like taking omega-3s, right? Make sure you're taking your supplements and things like that to help with any kind of cardiovascular chronic disease later in life. It's really, really big. Also, like I said, stroke is another one that's huge for women. It's actually, women have more strokes than men. I actually know somebody who had a stroke. And the thing about diseases like having like a stroke and stuff like that is that it doesn't kill you, but it does make you feel like you should have died. You know what I'm saying? And so it's really, really important that we take really good care of ourselves. Things that we can do to help prevent that is making sure that you go and get checked up once a year. It's so important to make sure that you get checked up. And I'm not talking about like going to a OBGYN, because I know a lot of times as you get older, they're saying, oh, you don't need to do a pap smear. Like you do a pap smear every like 2-3 years. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about going to your doctor and making sure everything is okay with you at least once a year. It's really, really important because a lot of times these things are happening inside of us. We're not even aware of what's going on. So going and getting daily checkups is important. Moving to the female section, giving yourself exams, whether it's your breast exams, making sure that you know what's going on with your breasts, making sure you know what's going on with the downstairs area as well, is so important. If you see anything, you feel anything feels uncomfortable, these are literally your body letting you know that something is not okay and that you need to go get yourself checked out. Do not ignore any kind of symptoms that your body gives you. If your body feels different, it feels weird, it feels uncomfortable, make sure that you go to the doctor, clinic, physician of any sort, and that you get those things checked out, guys. It's so important to make sure that if your body is sending you any kind of like notice, that you figure out what's going on. I know that a lot of people, once they have kids, they have like postpartum. So making sure that you eat well. We were actually talking about this earlier. I was boxed up in another streamer stream, and we were talking about how much like your diet and what you eat is so important to like how you live. So especially like with postpartum and things like that, it's such a huge issue for women, like I said, when we have children and stuff like that to deal with. So make sure that going into like something like that, you have all of the information that you need, because I don't have any children. I've never actually personally dealt with, but I do know a lot of people who have and deal with postpartum, and it lasts for a very long time. And you know, your hormones are in disarray, especially like even mine right now with no kids. I have a lot of hormonal issues. Hormonal issues affect my face, you know, they affect my body. And so knowing where your hormones are is really, really important and will help you in the future. So make sure that you go and you get your diagnostics done, you get your hormones checked, you make sure that they're all good, because I know that when I went to go get my hormones checked, I had a lot of testosterone that was not needed in my body. And so I had to make sure that those were balanced out. You have, I think, four main hormones. You have your thyroid, you have your testosterone, you have progesterone, and you have estrogen. So make sure that you have all of those like balance. It's really, really important, because if they're unbalanced, then you can find yourself like dealing with a lot of unnecessary issues. We were talking about thyroidism in another stream. So it's really, really important that you know it, that you like that your thyroids and everything is in check, as men and women, because both we all have the same four main hormones as men and women. So it's really important that as men and women that we definitely get our hormones checked. Osteoporosis is also something that we have to really worry about. So make sure that you're taking enough potassium, enough magnesium. These are things that are really, really important. Like even for me, I take magnesium just for sleeping. It really helps with my sleeping. I suffer from insomnia, I think honestly due to this app. I didn't really have insomnia issues before, but I think, you know, with streaming and streaming hours, like I said, again, it's really, really important to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, because it can affect you later in life. And then also it's the one of the most important things, and like I said, making sure you check, like you do breast exams, like every few months, you're just making sure that, you know, everything is good. Also making sure that everything is good, like urinary wise, right? Like I didn't realize, and this is something that I actually had a conversation with, people have a lot of urine issues, like whether it's hard for them to go, or they go too much or something like that. That is very important that you make sure that you take care, like urinary wise, because a lot of times people have urinary issues and they don't even realize it's an issue until it becomes a really serious thing. So if you drink a lot of water, you're supposed to use the bathroom a lot, right? That's fine. But like going and not being able to go, things like that, make sure that these are things that you go to the doctor. Going to the doctor will be your best help, okay? Do not use Google. I know a lot of that's what we like to do, especially as millennials and Gen Zers, or whatever the next one is. Like people love to use Google. Google is not a doctor, okay? I know there's Dr. Google out there or whatever it's called, but it's not a doctor. Make sure that you go to your doctor and you get the truth. You do your diagnostics. Diagnostics will be your best friend. In fact, if you don't want to go to the doctor, but you just want to go get your diagnostics done, that is fine. But you need a doctor to be able to read the diagnostics, or at least a nurse to be able to do it. So yeah, Dr. GPT, that's not a doctor, okay? I know we're moving into the AI world, but like be very, very careful with your body, okay? You only get one. So make sure you're very conscientious about doing these things, because it's really, really important. I know we talk a lot of mess and it's a lot of fun and games, but once you get these chronic diseases, it's no longer funny, right? So make sure that you're taking very active care in yourself and like making sure that you keep up with your health, because your health can get at you. You know what I'm saying? One day it's just get at you, and then what are you gonna do? You know, there's nothing to do at that point. So it's really important that we stay active as women. We come together. That's why they have a lot of women's clinics. You know, like it's really, really important. You are, like I put my queen outfit on today, you are a queen and you have to treat yourself as such. If you don't treat yourself as such, how can you find your king who will treat you like that? Okay, come on, queens. get into it. All right. So with that being said, make sure that you stay active on all different parts of from your head to your toes. It's really, really important to make sure that you really take care of yourself as women. You know, we are the bringers of life. We birth people into this world. So a lot of times it's really important for us to take even more active control in how we take care of ourselves and things that we do for ourselves. So I wanted to touch on that because it, like I said, it was International Women's Day yesterday. Like I said, I'm so proud to be a woman. I love women. I'm a girl's girl, and I want us all to win, and I want us all to be like really healthy. So make sure that you take your supplements, you visit your doctor yearly, you do your checkups on your boobs, on your body, and just stay really actively healthy. With that being said, you guys, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantra Gulova. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. I have two amazing guests who are both already here. I love that they're here. Shout out to Emoji J. If you guys want to be a guest on the show, make sure you hit up me, Emoji J, or Jazzy Got Options. We would love to have you on the show. With that being said, I'm going to get into my skincare routine and bring my first guest into the box. Hooray, hooray. Hello. Happy Sunday, Mia. How are you guys? How are you doing? This is my...
Hi. Happy Self-Care Sunday. I'm so excited to be here. I literally just joined the app like a week ago, and I found your show last week. And I love that you're doing self-care and talking about what you're talking about. It's so important.
Thank you so much. Honestly, I started Own Your Glow, which was formerly known as Self-Care Sundays. I've done it for almost 2 years now, and I wanted to just do something a little bit different than what my other streams are like, you know, and I just wanted to like kind of have like a wellness show, you know, something that just feels good, and we can all come together and share different things that like help us feel good, right? Like I wanted at least one feel good stream in my streaming, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have their whole streaming careers feel good, but me personally, I just needed one and this is it. So I love that you love it, and I'm so happy you're here as a guest. So we're gonna get right into it. Yeah. Tell me, Mia, what do you do to like own your glow? What are things that you do to show yourself some love?
Well, there's a lot of things, but I know we usually start with skincare. So I did want to, and I definitely have to check out your Amazon storefront. So I just wanted to share like my 3 fave things. And I also have an Amazon storefront. So if y'all hit me up on Instagram, everything that I talk about, including some of the books I'm going to talk about, are all on there if you want to check them out. But the facial cleanser that I live and die by is the CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser.
That is a fan favorite, baby.
Yes, and I love this brand. Also, I have eczema, and so finding something that is good for sensitive skin, but also packs a punch. Like I feel so clean when I use any of the CeraVe products. And then the other 2 products I wanted to talk about was for scalp and hair.
Okay, wait, before we get to the scalp and hair, so how long have you been using CeraVe? It is a fan favorite. I like to ask these questions to each and every single person because everyone has a different response. So what about CeraVe? How long have you been using CeraVe, and what about CeraVe works for you, especially with someone who deals with eczema?
Yeah, I've been using it for about 3 years now. I found out about it on TikTok probably or Instagram. And I love it because it's gentle, but it also cleans really, really well. Okay. And it has this particular one has all those acids that you need to like get rid of grime and gunk and stuff. It has I don't know how to say them. Hyaluronic acid. I know how to say that.
The hyaluronic acid.
Niacinamide.
Yeah, niacinamide. Yes, I'm trying to learn how to say them too.
So with someone with eczema, and I also like work out and dance a lot. I have a lot of really active hobbies. So I like things that are good for sensitive skin, but strong enough to actually cleanse and get in there. So that's why
it never activates your eczema. It never it doesn't combat with anything that's going on with your skin. Okay, that's awesome. I love that. That's awesome. I love that.
And actually, a lot of people recommend like Aveeno for eczema, but I'm actually allergic to Aveeno products. So that's why you have to try things out. So for my body, I love Eucerin products. And it actually calms down the eczema and helps heal it. So That's
I
what I like.
love
And also, I'm not a doctor. This is just what works for me.
Again, I put out the disclaimer in the beginning. This is about I can never say this. Tips, tricks, and hacks that have worked for you. Nobody here is a doctor. Nobody here is giving anything other than wellness treatments that have helped them in the past and that you could possibly use them. But you said something that was really important. Even with going to the doctor, it's so important that you kind of just, our body is Play-Doh, right? So it's kind of important for you to kind of like try things out. Yeah, you might break out. Unfortunately, that is a possibility, but at least not to use that treatment again, right? And it's almost like classical conditioning. Okay, I can't use this. Let me figure out what's the ingredients in this that might have broke me out. Let me stay away from those. I'm very allergic to salicylic acid. It burns me. Like it burns me.
Okay.
Yeah. So
and a lot of people recommend that, but it's good that you found out that you can't.
I also don't suffer from acne, really. Like I never really did. So my skin is extremely sensitive. I cannot use anything that has salicylic acid in it. I've tried over and over again, and every single time I'm left with like literally burn marks. So, that's something that I learned about my skin, so it's really important to test and try different things. So tell us what else you like to use on your skin and hair.
So I really love this Daily Moisture Royal Oils. It's a scalp cream. So when I take a shower and wash my hair, when it's still wet, I just like split my hair into different parts and I squeeze it on and then I massage it in. And, kind of, it just feels good. And I kind of was like, I don't really know if it's really working because especially in the winter, my scalp can be really dry and get irritated also because of my eczema. But I recently went to one of those like scalp wash your hair spas.
I've seen those. Yeah, I've seen those.
And they show you your scalp before and after. And before, the lady was actually surprised. She was like, wow, your scalp is really good. So ever since I got that feedback, I was like, okay, this stuff is probably really working well.
Awesome.
So love it. And then this coconut milk, it's also available at the drugstore. I use it for my ends because it has all different types of oils: coconut milk, coconut oil, and egg white proteins. And I use it on my ends to keep them.
So what are the brands of both of those products?
So I think this brand is OGX.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that at the beauty supply. So that really works for you?
Yeah, it does. And
you have beautiful hair, so.
Thank you. And my hair is naturally wavy. I like to say it's confused. It's like not straight. It's not curly. So it kind of helps like enhance the waves and the shine.
Yeah.
And I only put it on the ends because if I put it up here, it'll get too oily. So again, depending on your skin. And then this is Royal Oils.
I love that. That's awesome. So tell me, you guys, if you're just now joining, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric Lova. I have Mia in the box, and we're talking wellness. We're talking skincare. And I love that you take really good care of your skin because a lot of times people don't, right? Until they get something like eczema or something like that. And so you really like going in and figuring out what's good for your skin is awesome. But tell me what else you like to do to own your glow.
I have a book here that I have been working with for the last 6 months with my therapist. And I'm a big like advocate for self-help personal development books. But this one is How to Do the Work by Dr. Nicole LePera. And she's actually that viral psychologist. She's the holistic psychologist on Instagram.
Okay.
And this...
That's your therapist?
No, she's not she's like a famous therapist. I don't think I can afford her. I don't think I can afford her. But this book, because other than your skin, it's also your mental health and your emotional health. You talked about heart health. So speaking of mental and emotional health, this book, I have it on like available because there's exercises in here, and it's really about like healing, like basically a lot of the mental and emotional health problems that we deal with in our everyday life as an adult, a lot of them are tied to the way we were raised. And even if you had like a pretty good childhood, no parent was perfect. Like they probably did something, even if it was like take your toy away and that gave you abandonment issues. So she really explains it in like
I
a
don't have
clear...
57 only one. I only have one. 57 good. Brown and I would just clean her. I mean,
go deep.
I'm good.
And then I process it with my therapist. And this has really helped me let go of a lot of the oftentimes subconscious patterns that I had, like in terms of choosing the wrong people to
Oh,
date or
that
the wrong
new one?
types of friends. I was
Oh,
able to like
57, that one, I
connect
know.
it to, okay, well, this is what happened in my childhood. This is probably what I'm used to. You know, we often choose things that are familiar to us, even if they hurt us. And I had like working with this book in tandem with my therapist, I've been able to clear out a lot of really unhealthy and toxic relationship patterns. And now the people in my life are just so much more amazing than the people I used to be around. And it's also been really good because I worked through this book before joining this app. And for those of y'all on this app, you know, you'll meet all kinds of people. And I have been able to attract some of the best people on this app and be able to stay away from some of the more toxic people, which
you said so many amazing things, and I'm so happy you're on my show today, especially it being like, you know, Women's International Day yesterday. I actually wanted to tap into something you just said. Like, I actually did a seminar about the baggage that we carry, like without realizing we're carrying, right? So we literally carry monkeys, like, you know, to say, on our back, and we don't even realize that through every experience we have, we take away with something, right? Which is why it's like you said, it's so important you carefully pick who you choose to engage with, because every engagement, when you leave that engagement, like, you take away something, and it could be good, it could be bad. A lot of times, if it is bad, you don't even realize that you're subconsciously weighing yourself down with a lot of these things. And so it's really, really important. So I love that, you know, this book is helping you kind of break through those subconscious ties, you know, that are not positive for you, that, like, you know, weigh you down. So since working with your therapist and working through this book, what are some noticeable differences that you see in yourself besides the attraction to, like, better people, as you put it?
Yeah, well, I think I could even be more specific about attraction to better people. And because one of the things was growing up, I had a lot of neglect, and not because like my parents were bad or anything, but my mom had 5 kids. She was a working single mother. All my siblings were much older, so I was alone a lot, and not people didn't have enough emotional energy to give me that I needed. And I'm a sensitive girly. And so like I needed a lot of, and children, we need a lot of emotional attention. And because I was used to the experience of emotional neglect and not really getting nourished in the way that I needed to emotionally, I would be attracted to, especially in dating situations, people who were emotionally unavailable and ultimately even like narcissistic and manipulative. And even when I knew that someone was like had narcissistic tendencies or was unavailable, that like made me want to like chase them more or like be even more attached to them.
Yeah.
And now it's literally like, if I can tell that you're emotionally unavailable or have narcissistic tendencies, like it's not even of interest to me. And this is actually something I recently went through. One of the guys I was dating, he betrayed me. Let's just say that, because this is a featured show, so I can't say some words that I want to say. And I still like wanted to win him over. And I was talking to I'm literally like, I know he's bad for me. Why do I keep talking? I still wanted him to follow me on Instagram. I still wanted him to look at my stories. And so I knew like there was something deep within me that was choosing him and that was attracted to that. And I literally worked through this with my therapist for like a couple weeks. And I remember the one session that I had, this was like maybe 2 months ago now. And I was like, guess what? I have the ick from him. And she was like, we worked so hard to get here.
I love
so
that.
Now I have the ick from like toxic people. When I used to be like, oh, why don't they like me? Like, what? How can I win them over? And that was all subconscious.
Right.
So sometimes we don't even realize we're doing that.
I love that. That's a real thing that, like, I used to also have issues with, like you want to win the bad boy over. You want to like, I'm going to change him. No, baby. He's going to change you. You're not going to like the way
he's going to give you a high therapy bill.
Absolutely. And so that's such a powerful thing that you've touched on. And it's a thing that a lot of people go through. Like they don't, and it's funny because in the last maybe 2-3 years, I've really, and this is going to sound very cliche, but like I've left what I've wanted and gone where I've been worshipped and adored, right? Like a lot of times we chase the unavailability, right? Instead of going where we're actually wanted, loved properly, and like, you know, cherished. Like, and so that's a mental shift that I had to do. And I'm not a big therapy person, so a lot of things it's either through seminars or like, you know, and stuff
Those
like
work
that.
too, though.
Right, exactly. And so like for me, like that was something I also had to work through too, because it's like I didn't want the guys who wanted me. I wanted the guys who didn't want me, you know. And so that was a huge thing I had to like shift. I had to do for myself as well, to go where I am actually wanted and adored and, you know, and appreciated. So that's awesome. You guys, if you're not just tuning in, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric Lover. What's on my face? It's cream. It's a mask, baby. It is a mask that's going to make me look brighter, firmer, more gorgeous than I already am. Okay, get into it. I have the beautiful Mia, excuse me, I almost called you Kat. I'm sorry because of the comments. I have the beautiful Mia in the box, and we are talking everything Own Your Glow. If you haven't hit her with a favor, what are you doing? Hit her with a favor right now. Okay, right now. Hit her Instagram with a favor. She also has this Amazon storefront. Make sure you go check that out. So, you know, before we end this, Mia, because you're so gorgeous and I could talk to you all day, tell me one last thing that you do to own your grow, please.
So I don't know if anyone's ever talked about this before, but I'm very into astrology and human design. And I know some people on here might be like, oh, I don't believe in it. But for me, it's like the weather, but the weather with the planets. And it actually really helps me. I like to do like astrology weather reports like on my streams and on my Instagram.
Because so hold on, before you go into that a little bit more, astrology weather reports. As in just astrology, or specifically like the sun is shining, this is why? Explain.
Oh, yeah, no. Specifically astrology. So it's like what's going on in the cosmos. Yeah. I'm not a meteorologist, but I like to liken it to weather reports because, you know, when people tell me they don't believe in astrology or like, oh, I don't follow it. And I'm like, I mean, if you're even curious, you should get into it because you want to know before you go outside if it's raining. You want to know if you need to have your umbrella, if you need to have your rain boots, if you need to have a thicker jacket. So that's how I look at astrology. It's like what's going on in the planets. And I kind of know like when the roads are going to be a little bit crazier, or people are going to be a little bit more in their heads, or people are going to be a little bit more aggro. Like if I know what's going on with Mars, what's going on with Mercury, what's going on with the moon, I can kind of get a sense for if I'm about to go out into the world or even on stream. Like when I see like what's going on in the streaming world and also in the real world, I'm like, yep, it's because this is happening in the sky. And so I follow astrology really, really closely. And I talk about it a lot. And I like to help my followers and my friends and anyone who's even curious, like, oh, this is what's going on. And oftentimes, like if my friends are like, oh girl, this is going on. What's going on in the sky? And I'm like, okay, Mars is doing the most right now. So watch out for aggressiveness, be kind with your words, be even more empathetic, have more compassion, have more grace. So that's why I call it an astrology weather report.
That is so fantastic. The only time I'm concerned is about myself.
Yeah, I mean, no,
I'm not narcissistic like that, but like I'm like, is it a retrograde for Pisces? Like I'm like, so but I am also very much into astrology, definitely not as much as you. And so I'm definitely going to be tapping into your stream and making sure I get my weather report weekly just to make sure, because sometimes I'm like, hey, these people are being way too mean. What's going on? I don't know. I don't really attribute it to, I definitely always ask, okay, is there a retrograde? Because like, what's going on? But like, I know that there's way more than just retrogrades that definitely could affect people's personalities, moods, and things like that. That's so awesome. I love that. That's really cool.
And by the way, as a Pisces queen, these 2 years are like going to be really big for you and how you identify yourself and how you show up in the world, and the medicine for you to like really feel like your best, truest self. So that's amazing that this show is featured. It's very Pisces Virgo axis because the moon's nodes right now are on the Pisces Virgo axis for the next 18 months or so.
Yeah.
So you're probably feeling the energy right now.
I'm feeling the energy. There's been a lot of change. There's been a lot of just craziness. And I feel like it's going to go on for a little bit. So I'm just kind of hanging on for dear life. And
18 months.
enjoying the ride, because Like, yeah, it's been crazy. Oh my gosh, this has been so amazing. We could talk about this forever. I do unfortunately have another guest, but Mia, you've been so amazing. You guys, if you have not favorited Mia, please hit her with a favorite right now. She's amazing. While you're at it, hit my top 3 gifters with a fave as well. Mia, thank you so much for being here. You've been absolutely amazing. I'm gonna have you back because we're gonna talk about this astrology.
No, we got a lot to talk. I had a lot more on my list, so we got a lot.
Yeah. I need to. We're bringing you back because this was awesome, and I definitely need to. She is a new streamer, guys. So make sure you hit her with a fave, show her some love, and I will definitely be there as well. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your Sunday. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, Mia. You guys, if you're now just joining, this is you know, they said they were gonna come. I told you they said they were gonna come today, so it's bad. You guys, if you're not just joining, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric. I have a mask on my face. It's drying, as you can see right now. It's doing all its amazing things it's supposed to do, so I'm super excited. If you have not hit me with a favorite, please hit me with a favorite right now. I am not washing it yet. It hasn't fully done all the needed things it needs to do. So I will be watching it in maybe a couple more minutes. Yes, big birthday things. If you are a Pisces in here, happy birthday to you. Shout out to the top 3 gifters of the stream right now. Shout out to Radar, Cute Boy, and Dr. Dimples. Make sure you hit them with a favorite. Make sure you hit Mia with a favorite. She was amazing. I cannot wait to have you back on my show so we can talk more things astrology, because I love talking astrology. Bringing in my next amazing guest. Hello, happy Sunday, Cosmic. How are you?
Happy Sunday.
How are you doing, Cosmo?
I'm doing just fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, honestly. I love this show. Coming up to this show every Sunday, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do my show this Sunday. And then I do my show and then I'm filled with positive energy. And so I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy you're here. Let's jump right into it. Tell me what you do to own your glow.
So you guys were talking about skincare routines. I really don't do many skincare routines. However, my partner does, right? And so he's kind of gotten me into using things, and even though they're still like specifically for acne and stuff like that, they're still good for your skin, you know, to keep this is Neutrogena oil-free acne wash. He has very sensitive skin. Honey, my hair is so beautiful. Well, but yeah, and we do that. But I do focus on my hair a lot. So I use this. It's Hask Biotin Boost, and something that I've kind of heard through the grapevine. You know, biotin's really good for your hair and all that good stuff. You know, so I use the shampoo and conditioner, and so I do that.
What's the brand?
It's Hask. HASK, and I'm almost certain I got this from Walmart.
Okay. So the shampoo and conditioner has helped you. What are the differences you've seen in your hair since using it?
So again, I've never been the type to do like skincare or hair care, but when I did get into it, I noticed that it was softer. And that's what I was looking for. I was looking for like kind of a softer, you know, remember Coming to America, who's like, oh, your hair's so soft. I just use juices and berries. That's what I was looking for, is just that softness, you know. And so on my you know, my real hair, I do that, and I notice the softness, you know, and it just doesn't, we have the breakage, and it doesn't break as much anymore either, you know.
I love that.
So yeah. What I do also, and this is an old school trick, is I dip in Epsom salt. I thought that was just for old folks, but that you talk about relaxation, you talk about just making the end of your day special. This is Dr. Teal's Pure Epsom Salt, and I'm gonna tell you something. We just moved into a new house, and the bathtub has jets, and let me tell you, put that on there, light some candles, put some Epsom salts. Yes, you as a man can do that too. Enjoy yourself. Life's too short.
I love that.
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, yes, I have a hot tub in the back. I've been tempted to put some Epsom salts in the hot tub just so I can see what that's like, because I have Epsom salts. I use it through my recovery. It is amazing. Like there is nothing better than like you said, real relaxation. Epsom salt. I mean, I know that like even like football players, like athletes use it like at the end of the day to just really, it helps with the nerves, it helps with the muscles. It's just, it's amazing. I don't know what they put in it, but it's that good stuff. So I love that.
Right. I don't know what an Epsom is. I've never seen an Epsom without the salt, but I had no Epsom salt. It's good.
Get into it. I love that. So we talked hair care, we've talked Epsom salts. Tell me something else that you like to do to help own your glow and raise your vibration.
So what I'm really into, and there was something that Mia was just talking about, and it really, and something you were talking about earlier, taking time for yourself. And honestly, that is so important, and we don't really realize as people how much we neglect ourselves. I was at an interview, and I almost broke down because, the question was, what's your greatest weakness? And long story short, I said that I don't take care of myself. You know what I mean? I put other people before me chronically. I put other people, even in an entertainment space like this is, and no matter what, people might think about streaming, or it's entertainment, and you're putting your audience first and you're putting yourself out there, but for people to consume. And if you do not take care of yourself mentally and emotionally, you will suffer the consequences. When I was in school, I have a film degree. When I was in school, one of the first classes I took was called The Psychology of Play. And it was basically a class, an actual class that we got graded on about relaxing. That's what it was, because in the film industry, schedules are tight. You have a lot to do. You're busy. And that's just, the nature of the business. And this class was just to say, hey, focus on relaxing, focus on having some fun sometimes. You have to do something that really refreshes you, resets you, spiritually and emotionally. Mental health, especially in America, especially for some of us people, is something that's not taken very seriously. And it's just now starting to be taken more seriously, in like 2025 and 2024, and a couple of years ago, because when the lockdown happened, people started sharing their ideas about it. It's something that is being more focused upon now.
Right.
Mental health is so serious. It's so serious. I used to work in travel, and I used to say all the time, there is a mental health epidemic, especially in our country.
There was an article I wrote, and I mean, there are kids committing suicide. Kids.
Yes.
6-year-olds, 7-year-olds.
Unheard of. Yeah.
When I was 6 and 7, all I wanted to do was play outside. Like, I didn't even know about mental wellness. Like, I didn't even know about things like that. And it's so important. I mean, it's getting down to like I said, our children and stuff like that. It's so important to focus on it, especially on this app. This app can be a positive place. It can also be a very negative place if you allow it. There's something that you said that was really, really important and so true. Like, it can consume you. And if you aren't taking care of yourself, and it can consume you in a good way, it can consume you in a bad way, but either way, making sure that you put yourself first is so important. I love that you touched on that topic. It's truly like important. I really think I learned that the most during my recovery, because I never lived in the present. I always was looking towards the future. That was my issue. Not that I didn't really take time for myself. I was just never really like that the taking time to smell the roses. I never did that ever. Like, I was just like, okay, this is done, on to the next thing, on to the next, like, whatever. And so I was always living for tomorrow and never really living for today. And so it was really important as I got older and as I got like after my like car accident and during my recovery, is like, okay, today was a good day. What happened that made today a good day? That's part of where the show came from, to be honest. It's like,
nice
like really taking the time to like be present and like love on yourself is so important. And even if you don't want to, forcing yourself to do will affect your mood tomorrow. It really will. So I love that you brought that. You guys, everybody that's just now coming in, thank you so much for being here. This is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric Lover. I got the blue, purple. I'm not really sure what color he is today. Cosmo in the indigo, I think it is. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll say indigo. Yeah, but and I think that it's just so important. When my grandmother, she told me. And I wanted to say she told me before she passed away. She told me well before she passed away, but she told me because there was times that she would recognize it in me, and she would said, "Take care of little Leon." My real name is Leon. She said, "Take care of little Leon. Take care of that inner child." I have spread that message so far and wide to so many different people. It's like, you have to look out for your child, because your child is full of wonder. It's something as you get older, you lose so quickly, is that sense of wonder, that sense of the colors that you used to see and how they made you feel.
Right.
Think back to when you were in elementary school and how bright the building was and all the pictures hanging on the walls. You have to take care of that inner child. You know what I mean? Once in a while. Come on, you got to take care of them.
So how do you,
Yeah.
let's talk about it really quick. How do you take care of your inner child? Give us some tips and tricks that you do.
I'm glad you asked. So what I like to do, my mantra, my lifestyle, everything is all about creativity. I love to create. I love to challenge myself. I love to challenge people. There's a show on here that's about to be featured again called The Unstoppable Idol, and I've always challenged people to break through their limits, to see, don't be shy, be confident, build your confidence. So I'm what I do that helps me, and this is again a double-edged sword for me, but encouraging other people to shatter their limits, that is what really makes me feel the best. Now, everything has to have balance. You have to have balance, because something that you are passionate about will typically overwhelm your life. It will take complete control of your life, and you have that, and it's fine as long as there's balance. You have to take time to actually legitimately relax. You have to stop scrolling, have to stop trying to be, let your mind meditate. I had to learn how to meditate. I had to learn, and it's not like as simple as just closing your eyes and being quiet. It's about being silent. It's about silencing your mind, silencing everything around you.
Right.
It's not just about being quiet and closing your eyes. You have to learn how to meditate. So that will reset you. It will help you reset, at least, And I mean, that's what it is. Creativity, dig into something, find your passion, but have balance.
I love that. You guys, if you're not just joining, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric Lover. I got Cosmo in the box. Everything you've said is just honestly fantastic. A lot of the things that a lot of the guests I have week after week, they really just tap into my soul. Someone's used that word in the stream, in the comments, soulful. They tap into my soul. You said so many things that are so important. I've even said so many times that my confidence wasn't made by this app. It's not made by popularity. It's not made by being a popular streamer. It's made by the thing, the work, like Mia said, the work that I've put into myself, that I know I've overcome. Like all of the hardships I've overcome is what makes me confident. I like this app doesn't make you confident, you know what I'm saying?
No.
And so like the fact that you said you put in the work to do the things, to be where you are, yes, whether it's tapping into your childhood or loving on your inner child or whatever it is that you do, it's so important to make sure and always remind yourself who you are, what you've done, how you've overcome. Those are the things that will always keep you humble and also like remind you like you got this, you know what I'm saying? Because trials and tribulations hit us all. Like currently people are going through things even right now sitting in this stream, right? So it's really, really important to always make sure that you like tap into that and remind yourself of who you are. That's what I do every single day. Like being on this app is not like, oh, I remember the other day someone was like, oh, you think you're somebody because you're popular on this app. Like, no, I don't even, like, that's not it at all. At all.
You know who you are. This app is just showing other people. That is it. You know what I mean? This app will if the wrong mindset will make someone cocky, but confidence can be shattered just like that if you're too cocky. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I love this, and I love shows like this because it really kind of humanizes the creators on this app. It really humanizes people because last night was a whole different thing, but this shows us that we can be this and that. We can be whatever we want to be, and I encourage anyone to step outside your comfort zone. for a second.
I love
Always
that.
try to achieve balance.
I love that. That's exactly why I made this show, because I can be have been known to be toxic, but I wanted it to be a safe space. I wanted it to humanize everybody. You know, we all human at the end of the day. We all go through the same things, like regardless of who you are, skin color, where you're from, where you were born, we all go through the same things. And at the end of the day, we all die. And so these are things that we all have to deal with. And as a community, we should deal with them together, right? Because sometimes people are ignorant to that, you know what I'm saying? And so
Absolutely.
I love to bring awareness to people, regardless of how you feel about me as a person. This show is more than that. It's about awareness. It's about coming together as a community, and it's just about enjoying and sharing good, positive energy. Like, I may be toxic, but at the end of the day, I do have good energy somewhere within me.
Yes.
And I do.
Well, it's all about good fun. Yeah, it's all about having fun. Like, sometimes you just got to have fun and let people, you know, joust with people.
If you're now just tuning in, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric Lover. I got Cosmo on the box. If you haven't hit him with a fave, what are you doing? Hit him with a fave right now. Hit my top 3 gifters of the stream with a fave. Cosmo, now that we're coming to the end of the show, tell me one last thing that you like to do to own your glow, or tell me what you got going on in your stream. You know, what's going on over there in your world?
So what I will be doing, and this is, so I've been on the app for 10 years or so, off and on. This is my brand new account, and I'm hitting the ground running this time around. I'm going to be starting a competition. It's going to be an acting competition called Scripted. Like I said, I love to encourage people to be creative. I see people kind of dip their toes in. I want to see people dive head first. What you're seeing right here has everything to do with, I want people to have something to laugh at while they're looking at me, but I want them to also hear my words. You know what I mean? This whole avatar thing that I just happened upon it, and it was my in. It was my in, so I've done it ever since. But to do something strange, do something weird, do something creative, you step outside your comfort zone. If there's something that you know, and I love to encourage people, so I'll be doing that kind of streaming. I'll be listening to music. I like going into battles and roasting people every once in a while. I don't roast off that often. I'm not that
roast session. It's okay. It's all right. As long as you keep it cute. You know?
Right. Yeah, keep it cute. That's what it is. And that's what it is. Like I said, if I were to leave you guys with anything, is balance is key. Balance is key. Creativity will get you there. Okay? And step outside of your comfort zone. Step outside of your comfort zone.
I love that. That is so beautiful. Balance is key. That is like a mantra. I love that. Balance is key. Make sure you dibble and dabble in everything, because it's really important to experience life. That's the one thing I realized God saved me for, is that I'm not done here. And and because I'm not done here, I want to experience it all, baby. Okay?
Exactly. And until you have lived, really truly lived, you won't really appreciate it. So go out there and live. You got it.
You guys, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric Lover. Cosmo, this has been such a beautiful experience. Thank you so much for being here. You guys, if you have not hit him with a fave right now. Thank you for your kind words, your beautiful energy, and for being taking the time to be here. Honestly, each and every single one of my guests that come every day, you guys don't have to do this, and you choose to do it, and you come with such amazing energy. I'm so happy that you decided to do on my show, and I definitely want to have you back also as well, because
absolutely,
I feel like I rushed through both of y'all, and I want both of y'all to come back and just really kind of dive into it some more. But I hope
it's a good show. I love it.
Thank you. I worked really hard on the show, and I really got it. It's so funny because, like you said, even finding the balance of where, today I want to be toxic, or I want to be, it's been really hard to make sure that you guys understand there's no toxicity in this show, you know what I'm saying? So I shout out to both my amazing guests, Mia and Cosmo. Thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to my top 3 gifters of the stream, Radar, Cute, I think it's Cute Boy. Yes, Cute Boy and Dr. Dimples. Thank you guys so much for your lovely energy, your amazing comments, your gifts, everything else. Yeah, I think he was on this show, if I'm not mistaken. But if he hasn't been, Emoji J, hook that up. I would love for him to be on the show. Absolutely. I love each and every single one of my guests that come on the show. If you guys would like to be on the show, make sure you hit me up, hit Emoji J up, or Jazzy Got Options, we would love to have you on the show. And make sure, I love to always end my stream. I have one more mask I'm going to do. I will end this stream and come right back and finish my skincare. But make sure you love on yourself, guys. This is a love yourself show. Why? Because nobody else will if you don't, okay? It's really, really important to make sure you take time to show yourself some love, because if you don't show yourself love, who will? You know what I'm saying? So I am, emoji please. I am so happy that you guys were here for the show. Thank you so much for being here each and every Sunday with me. And I will see you again next week, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. My birthday is on Sunday, okay? My birthday is on Thursday. So shout out to all the Pisces out there. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll be having a birthday stream, so make sure you come check that out. It's going to be a little different than the show, but, you know, it's going to be amazing just as much. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great Sunday. Goodbye.